Here's how to update the firmware on your Insta360 Luna Ultra camera. When we first start using the Luna Ultra, we have to activate it using the Insta360 app. And this is exactly the same way that we will update the firmware in the camera. Firmware is like software for the camera, and if Insta360 introduce some improvements or extra features, they release those updates using the app. So it's a bit of a pain having to register and have the app, but if you're not using it that often like me, there'll be these improvements to the firmware that you don't even realise are there. So we'll just boot up the camera there, and I've got a stand here so that the gimbal doesn't break against the table. And then I'm going to start the Insta360 app. Now, if you've activated your camera to get it going, hopefully this should link, it should spot your camera already. So if I hit the camera button down here, we've got some settings. Please turn on Bluetooth. So I'll turn on Bluetooth and I'll ignore this menu. And already, automatically, the app has downloaded the firmware, the next firmware. So it detects when new firmware is ready, and if your camera isn't up to date, the app knows it should download it from Insta360, ready to transfer to your camera the next time you link your camera to the app. You're obviously watching this in the future, so your firmware update will be different from mine. I'll hit update. What's happening now is that it's transferring the firmware to the camera. We get a warning saying don't lock the screen or interrupt the transfer to avoid errors, because it is transferring this crucial data, this software update, to the camera. And the next step is that the app installing the new firmware on the camera. Again, we get the warning don't power off or remove the touch screen while the firmware is being installed, and it gives you a little progress bar, so we're up to 5% at the moment. While it's installing, you can scroll through to see what the actual updates are, to see what goodies you might have on the next firmware update. And when it hits 100%, it says wait for the camera to restart. So in the background you can see the camera should have restarted, and then there's a button here saying reconnect the camera after updating. So I'll press that yellow bar and we've got the connecting splash screen, and this is the app reconnecting after the new firmware install. On the Luna Ultra itself, the screen has gone blank. If you tap the screen, it tells you the app is connected, and it'll automatically close the preview, so the little screen here will turn off to save power. But there is an option here, if I press this button, return to preview, so we can have this screen working. If I press the camera screen, see what happens? Yeah, it does it again. And I was hoping there'd be some kind of confirmation screen, but if I go into settings and scroll down to camera info, I can see here that the latest firmware version has updated correctly. We have successfully updated the firmware on our Insta360 Luna Ultra camera. I hope this video helps. If it did, thank you for hitting the thumbs up or the subscribe button. It really helps me to keep this channel going. And on screen now are all my Luna Ultra videos. So I've got some tips and tricks and my journey with the camera and some of the accessories I've bought along the way.